Hey, hi, happy Monday. I am River Lightbearer, owner of River Evolutions Healing, Channeling, and Coaching, here to help you create and evolve into your best life. Yay, I said it right this time. I got it wrong the other day. Um, Still learning the tagline. Anyway, hey, how are you? I hope that your week is off to a good start. Um, I practice things that I hope will help people learn to embrace the creative power within themselves to help them build and grow into the life that they really want to live. And the things that I use in my practice are things that have worked for me. One of those things is Chios Energy Healing. And on Mondays when I do these lives between noon and 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I talk about energy work and about Chios specifically because Chios is the modality that I practice and it's the one that I'm familiar with. And today I wanted to share some of the benefits that I've experienced from Chios, both as a recipient and as a practitioner. Um, Chios Energy Healing is a modality that was developed um, not all that long ago, relatively speaking, by a man named Stephen Barrett. He didn't create it, he developed it. It was something that he gained knowledge of through other means. And he tested it and he developed it into something that he could share with others. And I've actually been very privileged over the past few weeks to be able to work directly with Stephen Barrett to learn um, the next level of Chios, which is something that I'll be talking more about once I complete the course so that I can say that I'm actually certified in it. Right now, I'm a certified Chios master teacher, which is the third level of Chios, and means that not only can I practice it, I am certified to teach Chios energy healing to others who want to learn it either for use for themselves or for use in their healing practices to serve others. And I got into Chios, as I think I talked about in last Monday's live, um, because I was in a place back in 2005 where I was in an abusive marriage. I was struggling with resurfacing memories from past traumas from my childhood. And there was just a lot of scary, negative things going on in my life and in my mind. And I had become friends with somebody who at one point said, I practice this thing called Chios Energy Healing. I'd love to give you a session. And I didn't really know much about it. I'd heard of Reiki. That was the only thing I knew about energy healing, was that Reiki was a thing. And I didn't know much of anything about Reiki. But I agreed to a session from my friend, and the benefits for me were immediate and immense. I gained clarity on the memories that were resurfacing. It did bring up more memories and the associated emotions, which was hard to deal with in the moment, but it was necessary for my healing. If you're suppressing things, if you're shoving things down into, like, I refer to it as a locked strongbox at the back of my brain, you it's difficult to heal from something that you're not acknowledging is there. And so suppressing it doesn't heal it. Suppressing it just denies it. Through having Chios energy healing sessions with my friend, right from that first one, those things weren't suppressed anymore. The memories weren't suppressed, and the emotions that went along with them weren't suppressed. And by having those come to the surface, I was able to address them. I was able to work with them and work through them and actually make progress in my healing journey. Suppressing is a survival tactic. And it's a valid one when you're in survival mode, as I was at that time. But also having these Chios sessions brought me clarity on my own creative power and on what I wanted and needed in my life. And I ultimately was able to leave that marriage. I was able to build a new life for myself and my kids. Not always as effectively as I would have liked, but it was better. Um, and, Chios has helped me with physical healing as well. When I've had surgeries, I've used Chios on myself to help with the physical healing. Chios is not a medical technique. It's not meant to substitute for medicine. It's part of a holistic approach, but it can help. Studies are starting to show, by some value of studies, that energy work can help with physical and mental healing. I live near Boston. There's at least one cancer center in Boston that has Reiki practitioners come in to work with their patients. And it has benefit. So it's not a substitution, but it is a complementary practice. And in my practice as a Chios practitioner, I've seen a huge number of benefits. I've seen a child who was on medication for ADHD be able to be weaned off of that medication. And thankfully, the child's pediatrician was aware that the Chios was being done and worked with the child and the parent to wean the child off the medication. I want to be clear. Medication is not evil. Medication is not the devil. And you don't have to stop taking medication to be spiritually advanced or whatever. If you need medication, you need medication. In this particular case, the Chios work with this child was sufficient to enable the child to stop taking the medication. On the other hand, at that point, the child had been on medication for several years and had learned other coping techniques as well. So I want to be clear, if I talk about, somebody not needing medication anymore, that doesn't mean medication is bad. It just means that in that particular case, it was no longer necessary. I've seen a child who had major anger issues get a better handle on their anger and not have massive blow-ups and temper tantrums that they'd been having almost daily. And with some work with Chios, that dropped to maybe 1 or 2 a month from almost daily. So it helped that child get a clearer understanding of their emotions and be able to respond in a calmer way. I've worked with a number of clients who had chronic pain issues, who had relief from the physical pain for a period of time after a Chios session. One client had shoulder surgery and hadn't been able to move her arm for several weeks because of the surgery. The surgery was botched. And after Chios treatment, she was able to almost move her arm in full range of motion for 2 weeks. I have had, I'm not giving details about a lot because I am trying to observe confidentiality. And I have consent to talk about some of this, but I'm still trying not to give identifying details. So bear with me. I've had clients who have had high blood pressure, whose blood pressure has been in the normal range after a session, because one of the things that Chios does is it provides relaxation. Even if you don't believe that the energy itself is working, when you're receiving a Chios session, you're resting, you're lying down and relaxing, and that alone can have a benefit. Because honestly, other than when we sleep at night, how many of us will actually give ourselves an hour to just lie still and not do anything? But when you're having a Chios session, that's what's happening, and that's one of the benefits. I have found, as a recipient and as a practitioner, that Chios brings clarity. It brings relaxation. It brings a sense of peace and calmness. It can help with physical pain. It's not a treatment for pain, but that's an effect that some people have had. It can just help. I will never recommend Chios as a treatment for a specific illness or condition, because I believe that I would be doing a disservice to say, this is a medical treatment. I'm not a medical doctor. I don't practice medicine. I practice energy healing. But energy healing does have benefits. At the very least, it'll give you a chance to relax for a little while. But it might also bring you a sense of clarity. It might help you to connect with your own energy, which will help you connect with that creative power I keep talking about. If you go into energy healing saying, I want to get off this medication, or I want to cure this illness, I will say that I don't believe that that is going to be the result. It might be a benefit, but that's not the purpose of energy healing. Energy healing isn't intended to substitute for medical treatment. Some people say differently. I'm speaking from my beliefs, from what I've learned, and from what I know. But if you go into energy healing with, this will help loosen things up, this will help clear things out. Your energy system stores your past, and energy healing helps clear out that past. It helps unstick the blocks. It helps restore the flow, and that can have a wide range of benefits. So, I recommend energy healing for people who are looking for something, in addition to what they've already tried and what they're already doing. I recommend it for people who need to relax. I recommend it for people who need clarity. I recommend it for people who have experienced trauma or illnesses or injuries in the past, because all of that gets stored in the energy system, and what's stored in the energy system can have an ongoing effect on your physical and mental health, as well as your energy system. And energy healing can unstick some of that. It's it's hard to put this into words, and I've been trying, but I'm also trying to phrase it in such a way that I'm not preaching energy healing as a cure-all for everything, because it isn't. But it is a benefit. And I recommend that people who I recommend that just about anybody at least give an energy healing session a try to see what it can do for you, because anything I say is words I'm saying, and you're going to find the benefits more from experiencing them for yourself than you are from watching me blather on about them on a Facebook Live. There are lots of different modalities of energy healing. I practice Chios. There's Reiki, there's healing touch, there's, I don't even know all of them. But, you know, if it's something that you feel might benefit you, and I urge you to listen to your intuition on this, listen to your mind, listen to your heart. But if you feel that an energy healing session might benefit you, give one a try. If you're interested in a Chios energy healing session specifically, I would love to hear from you. You can comment on this video or message me through the River Evolutions Facebook page. I am currently on hiatus for another 2 weeks. Today's the 19th. Yeah. I'm on hiatus for another 2 weeks from offering Chios energy healing sessions, because I want to make sure that I am focusing on my own healing from my throat surgery a month ago. But on November 2nd, I will start working with clients again for Chios, and I'm starting to take appointments for that now. But I'm not doing these videos as an advertisement, and I'm working on figuring out a way that I can like do a little bit of Chios in these videos. That's a little bit harder. Like, I see people all the time doing Reiki, doing Facebook Lives where they do Reiki. And I have learned Chios as a thing that you do with an individual client, whether it's in person or by distance. Chios is a modality that can be practiced by distance. So I don't even have to be in the same time zone as a client that I'm working with, which is great when we're in the middle of a pandemic, because we don't have to be in the same physical space. It's a lot safer. But I'm working on figuring out if there is a way that I can do Chios on a Facebook Live, and if I can, I'll be starting to do that sometime in November. But yeah, if you're curious about Chios too, if you have questions about it, if you want to find out more, please by all means comment on the video or message me through the River Evolutions Facebook page. If you're seeing this on my Facebook profile, you can also message me through my profile. So yeah, Chios, it's a great thing. There's lots of benefits. I'm just not great at articulating all of them. And that's something I'm working on. You know, I've talked about how energy affects the physical. I've had a lot of years of not being allowed or not being in a safe space to talk about this kind of stuff. So that's affected my ability to put the words together and actually talk about it. That's why I'm doing these videos. It's a benefit for me, as well as hopefully a benefit or informative for you. I'm going to go finish my Monday and have lunch and work on some other stuff. But like I said, I would love to hear from you with any questions, comments, if you're interested in learning more, having a Chios session, anything like that. So yeah. I will be back tomorrow, Tuesday, between noon and 12:30 Eastern, to talk about something of benefit. I don't plan the Tuesday videos in advance usually, because a lot of times while I'm sitting here preparing to go live, something will come to me either intuitively, or my guides will tell me, or I'll see something on Facebook that I want to address. So Tuesday videos are more informative, or just kind of general thoughts about metaphysical stuff. Thursday this week, on Thursdays, my Facebook Lives are channeling, and this Thursday I will be doing a trance channeling for somebody who belongs to a group that I am part of. She approached me last week and asked if I would channel for her. So Thursday will be a trance channeling, and I will be channeling for somebody specific, but Thursday videos are intended to be of service, so if you have a question you'd like answered during a channeling live, by all means, again, contact me. And on Friday, I will be doing oracle card readings, and I was so excited this past Friday. 2 people joined in the live and asked for readings. Again, Friday videos I want to be of service, so if you want to receive an oracle card reading on Friday, tune in then. Every day that I do a live, it's between noon and 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow, and I hope that you are off to a good start with your week. Take care.